Introducing the LEGO Lord of the Rings Barad-dûr. Oh my gosh, everybody, would you take a look at this set? Wow, it is incredible. Of course, otherwise known as the Dark Tower found within Mordor. It's got the Eye of Sauron on top. So today we're going to take a detailed look at all the information that I have, including this beautiful box right here. Also, I've got some exclusive footage of the actual built set with all the minifigures, and this footage includes an interview with the designers, because while I was in Denmark, I had the opportunity of interviewing them, and they're going to walk us through the set, some of the design choices, the minifig selections, and all that. So it's going to be pretty cool. I've been holding on to that footage for quite some time. It's been hard to hold on to, but I've got it here today. Some basic information about this set: 5,471 pieces, 10 minifigures. It's going to be available for purchase starting on June 1st, and it's going to retail for $460 US, which converts to 600 Canadian dollars. It's got a light brick that lights up the eye. The tower is really big. It's 45 centimeters or 17.5 inches wide, 30 centimeters or 12 inches deep. And then the height of it is 32.5 inches or 83 centimeters. Very impressive. Box art looks fantastic on the side of the box. Of course, we've got the Eye of Sauron as well in the upper part of the tower. And then on the back side of the box, you can see the open back that this set has with all of the details within. Some of the minifigure close-ups as well. And then the picture here that depicts it coming apart, because it is like modular, and you're going to see that in the designer interview that I have for us today. Oh my. First glance, very impressive indeed. $460 for 5,471 pieces, 10 minifigures. I think the minifigures are stellar. I think the design concept is stellar as well. Lots of great part usage and lots of great pieces found within this set. Oh, yeah. I've been waiting for this day for quite some time, ever since I saw it in September. I was blown away, and here we are. So let's have a look at some of this exclusive footage that I was able to capture while I was in Denmark.
3, 2, 1.
That is beautiful.
Next summer, the Lord of the Rings will continue with Barad-dûr.
Yeah, in terms of figures, we started with our main characters and kind of went down from there. So we really wanted to include Sauron as well. So luckily we were able to include him. And for the rest, we have the Mouth of Sauron and Gothmog as the named characters that are basically making the core of the evil characters. And from there, we wanted to still have the contrast with the hero characters, so Frodo and Sam and Gollum. And from there, we filled up the other space with the orc soldiers that we see here.
So this is the exterior of the model. Big dark tower that ends with this magnificent lit up eye that can see wherever you go, because it moves around and follows you. And we have a main function that is visible from the outside, which is the gate that opens. So when we turn the knob, the main gate opens. And then we have the interior. Starting with the ground floor, we have a little weapons forge where orcs work, and they have this little dungeon space there. And then on the upper floor, we have a little dining space where they can, sit after hard work and chat and cook some nice meal. And then we have Sauron's throne room, so you can see his little throne there, but we have this little knob that you can pull, and it reveals hidden like room with plans of his, he wants to conquer the whole Middle Earth. So you can see the Palantir, which is also a really cool new element. And then we have this floor here where you can see Mouth of Sauron's little office, where he has this little desk and he can, you know, write letters to his friends and family. Mainly probably
Well, that's a
Saruman.
cool sticker element there too.
Yeah, we have really, really fun stickers. We also have this cool element in there, which is a window insert with a scroll deco. And then on the top floor we have a little library with a little function where you can turn the ladder left and right. Yeah, and of course the eye follows you, so hello.
Just watch over your office, make sure everyone's working.
Yeah.
I was asked to ask you, who is it that's in the dungeon? Who is the
dungeon-
skeleton?
oh, nobody knows, and maybe just a
Oh.
I think
bad
that's
orc.
the meat that is back in the menu.
So there's no like you don't see the interior in the movie. So how did
No.
you come up with the interior?
It was super fun actually to work on that. You know, we had like for the exterior we had reference, but then for interior we didn't have anything, and we agreed with the IP partner that we're just gonna come up with suggestions what we could do for inside, and they really liked all of our ideas. So it was just fun. We just, you know, made a list of scenes and stories that make sense for this space and started from there.
What's the story behind the fish?
Well, that's a little. We really wanted to include Gollum,
Yeah.
so we thought this should be the space where he is most likely to be found, just like a little nook.
Hiding place,
Yeah,
yeah.
like in the mountain somewhere. And there's also a little spider hiding. Could be a little baby
cool.
of Shelob. You never know. Just following Gollum around.
Almost looks like this. That looks cool because you like built it and slid that into
Yeah.
into place
So
there.
I can show you like so every section of the model can be easily taken out, which allows for better access to the model, but also, you know, building experience and portability of the model. So everything kind of slides and locks in. Very nice. You can try it if you want. It's actually quite satisfying to just slide it in and like clicks in nicely.
That's cool.
We started from the eye actually, so it was the first thing that we designed, and that kind of set the scale. Yeah, it was easier to start from there rather than to start from here when we don't know how it's going to affect everything else. So we started from the eye, and once we were happy with the way the eye looked and the size of the eye and just overall, you know, impression and if it's matching the reference, we were like, okay. So we start from there, and then everything else was like the eye determined, you know, the space between these two things.
So the interesting thing about this tower is you can actually increase the height of the top section if you have multiple sets, or if you just somehow replicate that design. The designers had 3 of them, and you can see them increase the height of the top of the tower leading up to Sauron's eye. So there you go, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that exclusive interview that I had with the designers. It's funny, it was actually my interview time slot, but you probably heard a lot of people in the room. A lot of the other RLFM members, they said, hey, you got the Lord of the Rings time slot. Can we join you in? Can you join in throughout the day? I think there was 3 or 4 of them that asked me, and I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. So there was a room full of people because I'm just the friendly Canadian that let everybody in. But yeah, I mean, that was cool. Just got to share the experience. I mean, not everybody had the opportunity to interview the designer, so if you want to come on in, well, go for it. That's how I'm gonna roll, right? Yeah, pretty cool. And there you go. It's the massive Lego Lord of the Rings Barad-dûr. Make sure you stay tuned for my other content that will be coming out on this, because of course I'm going to be doing a detailed review where we see absolutely everything about this set. And I'm also doing a time lapse as well. I can tell you right now, I'm 2/3 through the build and it's going fantastic. Thank you so much for coming on by. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for some more great stuff coming out in the very near future. Farewell.